Okay. Let's see. This one. Let's go to. All right. See, waiting room. Admit. Layla Ayers. Okay. Okay. Admit all. All right. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? Good to see you. Today we are going to talk about Music Class Chapter 3, Week 3. And we are going to talk about base, staff, and line notes. We're going to be reviewing some previous material from the other assignments I've done, that we've done together. We're going to listen to our Song of the Week, which is our choral selection, the Song of Gratitude, and we're going to talk about how to upload your submission. Now, I want to work on the alto. I want you to work on the alto one part only for that song. Now, we have it's a tight deadline on that song, but I really believe that a couple of us can really get this done and submit it, and so that we can have some representation at Shoal River Middle School, which is a big deal for our online project. Now, I want to say this too. So, for my choral students, if you do this project, then I am prepared to excuse your next 3 grades. I'm prepared to excuse your assignment number 4, assignment number 5, and assignment number 6. Because I really want us to have some representation.
Mr. Doctor is talking about a chorus project, and he'll excuse the assignment if you do the chorus project.
So let's go through and talk about, can everybody see this? It says finding assignments in music class. Can everybody see that there? Or do I need to do some work? All right, let's see here, share screen. Give me just a moment. All right, okay, that should be shared now. All right, so how to find assignments in music class. Let me just back. Yeah, there we go. All set. So if you have not already, and you're still working on how to find assignments in the music page, just a couple people, what you're going to do is you're going to log on to the Shoal River music page, and that's found on your class link. You're going to go to class link and look for the little logo. It looks like this here, and that says Shoal River Middle School. You're going to click on that. And that's how you go. And that's how you go to the assignments. You're going to scroll down till you get to my name, Calvin Jasper. You're going to look for those assignments, and you're going to click on that. Okay. Joining course next year. All right. Very important piece right here. If you want to have a course next year in this year for my 6th and 7th graders going into being 7th and 8th graders, then you have to say yes to joining course. We may not have a chorus if you don't speak up, especially with everything going around, everything going on. It's kind of difficult to get people to just talk about joining a chorus right now. So it's very important that that you say yes to joining and speak up about that. Okay. And I think about some of you and your friends, and you might talk to your buddy, and your buddy say, "I don't know," but in your heart you really want to. If you really want to, then you need to say yes, and then maybe your buddy will say yes too. So think about it that way, all right? Be confident in that. Okay, any questions about that? All right. Okay, so we're going to go into reading the bass clef. Okay, we're going to look at a note value. We're not really going to look at note value review there. That's a kind of a typo there. All right. So let's start at the bottom of this page here, and then we'll go to the top of the page. Okay. Going to from the bottom, then we go to the top. Hold on just a second here. Okay, hopefully she checks this out. All right, and so then we have our line notes. And the line notes, everything in the bass clef is kind of a third, or everything is kind of shifted up one. So in treble clef, the notes start with, at the bottom right here, with an E, and then the second note in treble clef would be the G. All right, but in bass clef, the first note at the bottom is the G. Now I remember a couple people kind of getting that mixed up, and so this is the bass staff, and the bass staff starts on the G, and the treble staff starts on that E. All right, and so if we look a little closer at it, we got that G, and so when I was young, my teacher would say, "Good boys do fine always." Okay, and so that's what my teacher told me, and my piano teacher. And then for the space notes, my piano teacher told me that all cows eat grass. All right, so the space notes are in between those lines, and they're going to be those letters A, C, E, and G. Now, if you put that whole thing together, we look at the top there, that's all of the notes placed in the lines and spaces there, starting with that bottom line note G, and then going to A. Because in the music alphabet, G is the last letter of the music alphabet. And so after G, it goes to A, and then kind of works like the regular alphabet in the middle of there. So there's A, and then there's B, there's C, and then there's line note D, space note E, line note F, space note G, and line note A. And that's how that kind of works out there. Okay, let's go to some examples. Let's say if I wanted to put a couple letters into my bass staff now. So notice over there at the left how, I'm gonna bring it to here. Notice how this is not a treble clef. This is a bass staff. And to make the bass staff, you're gonna put a dot there. You're gonna draw like a little backward C, and you're gonna put a dot in the top space and this space here just under it, okay? And that's how you make your bass clef, all right? All right, hold on a second. There's people trying to find us on Zoom. All right. So bass notes, using that all cows eat grass theology, all right? So we have the first one, the bottom space, all is gonna be the bottom space there, all right? Next one, G is gonna be at the top. That's gonna be that top space. And can anybody tell me what that space right there, the last note is gonna be? All right, that one's gonna be the E. Uh-oh, kind of went too fast there. A, G, and E. That one just flies by, doesn't it? All right, so let's look at the next set of notes. All right, can anybody tell me, so now we're still on space notes, kind of doing a review there. Who can tell me what that top space note is? Chime in. All right, that one's gonna be a G. All right, all from the bottom to the top, all cows eat grass, that top note. Okay, how about the next one? Anybody want to tell me what the next one is? Don't be shy. All right, that next one is going to be an A, all cows eat grass. And the next one is actually going to be a line note, okay? And that one's going to be good boys do fine always from bottom to top. Okay, so good boys do fine and always at the top there. All right, that's going to be a B. So that's the second one from the bottom. So good. So here's my staff. Good, and then boys. That one. It's going to be boys. Okay. All right. Next one, baseline notes. Okay, here we go, from bottom to top again. So we have lines, good, boys, do, fine, and then always, using my hand there. So that one first, it's flying. So the first one is gonna be an F. So starting at the bottom, good, boys, do, fine. That's that dot there. And the second one, the third one, good, boys, do, all right? And the last one here. Anybody want to tell me what the last one is?
G.
Yeah, G, good job. All right. Okay, we have 3 more line notes, okay? Who can tell me what the first one is? Starting from bottom to the top. Good boys do fine always. Oh, say it again. All right. All right, okay. Oh, man. Uh-oh. Let's go back here. All right, so you might have seen it, but we have good boys. So good boys B. All right, and then we have from bottom to top, good always at the top here. Good boys do fine always. A. And we have at the bottom, good. All right, so any questions about that? Okay. All right, so we talked about base staff. All right, so now we're going to do a review of the previous stuff that we have talked about so far, because I have a quiz. Assignment number 4 is a quiz. All right, so reviewing knowledge. Okay, so now we're talking about the notes above and below the staff. Okay, I think that everybody understands that in the middle of the staff, the treble staff, notice that we have that big treble clef there. This is not the base staff. It's going to be started on that E with the line. So it's going to be elephants, now, got, big, dirty, feet. Okay, and not the other one. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So let's go through and talk about this. Okay, so we have note G. All right, so G is right above the staff. Oh, I was talking about the lines and space notes. Let me go back and do that just so we can be sure. So we have elephants, then we have got, big, dirty, feet. In other words, we have E, G, B, D, and F. All right, and then the spaces in between those lines, we have F, A, C, and E there. All right, so elephants, got, big, dirty, feet, and face. Now we are talking about above and below the staff, or reviewing that. So the top one there, this space at the top is going to be note G. All right, so if we want to go higher than G, what comes out? What letter is going to come after G? Anybody? Can anybody tell me that? Say if we want to go one higher than G, what note would be next? My piano students, what note is going to be next after G? Is it going to be H? Okay, no, it's not going to be H. Okay, after G, the alphabet starts over again in music. Okay, so we're going to put that line up there. We're going to draw a new dot, and that's going to be an A. All right, so what comes after A? And how do we make it? The next note after A is going to be a B. And so we're going to still draw that one ledger line there. Those are called ledger lines. And then you are going to put the dot right over that ledger line for the B. All right. And so let's say we the next one, you need to draw our ledger line. And so this note here, B, is already on top of this ledger line. So if we want to go any higher, then now we have to draw a new ledger line. All right. And that new note there, which is going to go right in that ledger line, is going to be a C. Okay. All right. Next one. We're going above. Look like we're going a little bit higher. All right. So above C, we're going to have to draw two more ledger lines. Those came out upside down. And that one's going to be the D. And to get even higher, notice how this D note is above those two ledger lines. So to go even higher, we have to draw a new ledger line. And that one's going to be E. So looking at the bottom. Okay, so we draw a ledger line under the staff. And that one, if we put a note in it, that one's going to be called C, or middle C. Okay, it's right in the middle of the piano. Okay, so if we want to go lower than middle C, we have to still draw that ledger line, and we're going to put a note like right under it, and that one's going to be the B below middle C. Okay, or B. All right, so if we want to go any lower, now that we have kind of extended that ledger line as far as we could, now we have to draw a second one, and that one will be an A. So we have middle C, then B below middle C, and A. All right, so if we want to go lower, then we can still draw two ledger lines, and we can put the dot right under that. Okay, that one was going to be the G. Now, if we want to go even lower, then we're going to have to add another ledger line to that and put the note right in it, and that would be F. Okay. All right, so let's see. So if we want to make a D, how would we do it? Above the staff. So we'll have to make one ledger line above the staff I know is an A, all right? And so if I go just above that staff, just above that, that's gonna be a B. And so in order to get to D, I'm gonna have to make another ledger line at C, and then there would be my D, okay? Say if I wanted to make, so let's go to the next one. Let's say if you wanted to make an A, all right? So you're gonna draw one ledger line. Are you done? Yes, you are, because one ledger line above the staff, that's exactly where A is, above the staff, okay? Above the treble staff. All right, so let's go to a B. So how would I make a B? So there's my A ledger line, A line. Do I need to draw any more ledger lines? Nope, I don't. All I have to do is put the note above it, okay? Just on top of it, just like in a space. So that's what the space in the ledger line might look like there. All right, and that G right there, just below a ledger line. So we don't even have to draw one. We just draw it right over the F note. All right, let's see. All right, so we're trying to make the word cab. And we're looking at lines now below the staff. So how many ledger lines do we need to make a C? And do we put it above it or below it, or do we put it right in the middle? Make a C, all right. We just draw one ledger line, because that one ledger line is C. So we're just gonna put that note right there in the middle. If we wanted to make an A, what do we do? Okay, so we're gonna draw that for C. Now we have to kind of go backwards in our head. So you got to kind of learn how to say the music alphabet backwards. Okay, so there's the C line, and then right below the C line, but still touching it, would be the B. All right, and so then the next, so to get to A, we have to draw another ledger line. And we're going to put that dot on it right there. And then finally, how to make a B. All right, so I see a ledger line there for C. And what do we do? Do we need more ledger lines? No, we don't. We're just gonna draw the B right under that. Okay, so helpful tips, okay? Learn to say the 7 letters of the alphabet backwards. And let's see, just adding something in here. Okay, so learn to say move this, something in my way here. Learn to say the first 7 letters of your alphabet backwards. G, F, E, D, C, B, A. That helps a lot, especially when you're going backwards down the staff and putting those things together. And also remember that there are no H's through Z's in the music alphabet. Only those first 7 letters, A, B, C, D, F, and G. Don't use those as your answers, okay? All right. So we looked at the bass staff. We reviewed ledger lines as well. All right. Okay, next thing we're going to do is look at our composer of the day. His name is Craig Johnson. He's a composer and educator, and his is the song that we are going to be singing for our online virtual project. We did though. All right. And so Craig Hella Johnson, he had a nice composer kind of description. He brings unparalleled depth of knowledge, artistic sensitivity, and rich imagination to his programs. He has earned a reputation as one of the finest choral conductors in the United States. Beloved by audiences, lauded by critics and composers, and revered by vocal and instrumental musicians, Johnson is known for crafting musical journeys that create deep connections between performers and listeners. Johnson is the artistic director and founder of Conspiraere. In 2015, Johnson and Conspiraere were awarded a Grammy for the best choral performance for The Sacred Spirit of Russia. In 2013, Johnson was appointed music director of the Vocal Arts Ensemble in Cincinnati. He was also conductor emeritus of the Victoria Bach Festival, where he previously served as conductor and artistic director from 1992 to 2015. Johnson was director of choral activities at the University of Texas at Austin from 1990 to 2001, and remains an active educator, teaching and giving workshops statewide, nationally and internationally at conferences and universities. In fall 2012, he became the first artist in residence at the Texas State University School of Music. As a composer, arranger, and music editor, Johnson works with G. Schirmer Publishing and Alliance Music Publication. His works have sold thousands of copies. Johnson's accomplishments have been recognized with numerous awards, including the Chorus America's Michael Korn Founders Award for Development of the Professional Choral Art. The Texas legislature named him the Texas State Musician for 2013, and he studied at St. Olaf College, the Juilliard School, and University of Illinois. Those are St. Olaf and Juilliard are really big music schools, and earned his doctorate at Yale University. Under the auspices of the National Arts Fellowship, he was a student of Helmuth Rilling at the International Bach Academy in Stuttgart, Germany. All right, so he has lots of things that he's done in his life musically. All right, so these are the notes for the composer. So the song, the text in the song, we're gonna jump there because of time. It says, and it says in his notes from the composer that one of his good friends wrote this, friend and colleague, Michael Dennis Brown. And let's see if we can figure out what they're talking about. Out of this love, out of this longing, out of these voices from all of the ages, out of these songs, out of this singing, lifting our souls, lifting our being. Heart, you are everywhere, deeper than dreaming, in the name of the spirit of love, always and everywhere. We bow down, namaste. Within the source, within the center, within the telling of falling and rising, within the root, within creation, harvest of waves, dancing, redeeming. Hope, you flow everywhere, healing our hunger. In the name of the Spirit of love, always and everywhere, we bow down. We bow down, namaste. Harmony flesh, harmony treasure, harmony human, forever returning. Harmony path, harmony vision, blessing our way, endless beginnings. Light, you shine everywhere, shaping our wonder. In the name of the Spirit of love, always and everywhere, we bow down, namaste. Does anybody have, so what is that song, what is the poem cause you to think about? Does it think about anything? Anybody? Let's see. Layla, how you doing? Do you get any? Do you get any? So the word namaste is a respectful greeting said when giving. It's a respectful greeting, what you say. All right. Anybody have any ideas? Where did the text take you? Abigail, anybody? So it took me, oh, wow. It took me to a place of thinking about music in general. It talked about voices raising. It talked about lifting your souls and lifting your being. And those are the ways that I feel when I sing. And I remember when I was in middle school that, you know, I was kind of trying to find my place. And then I found chorus. And when I found chorus, when I found music, that's when I really started to find my place. And it was amazing. The journey of the music was amazing for me. And there have been points where, you know, there are songs and that there are points in those songs where it just take me places. And I get that when I'm reading these words. It talks about harmony and talks about giving, talks about all those things and sharing together. And that's what I get. All right, so I want to, a couple of things I want to go over with us. I want to look at just a bit of Craig Johnson, a TED Talk, if that will come up for us. If that will come up for us. That had a...
We are being censored. America's news outlets no longer provide...
I will mute that while that's going on. Okay, can y'all see this, my YouTube thingamabob there? Or do I need to skip ads? All right. Can you see my YouTube? Do I need to share it? Okay, I'm gonna go to new share. Let's see if I can go to, there we go. Y'all are very quiet today. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna jump here to the back of this YouTube. And this is Craig Johnson. He's doing a TED Talk. And he was talking about in the TED Talk how and you have to find the it's like the spark or the dreaminess and music and the things that he does. He said for a time he was feeling kind of like in a dark place and he couldn't understand everything he was doing.
I don't know, she's somewhere on the floor.
Even though he was doing a lot of, and so here's a little bit of, here's the art. I mean, here's the composer, Craig Johnson himself, and he's doing a little song. I'm gonna play a little bit of it for us.
Song is needed in this world to be fulfilled for all of us to experience and to know ourselves even more deeply. And so remember it. Remember, find your way back to your own music, whatever it takes. Whatever knocks you feel, I hope that you will this week feel provoked by knockings all around you. Obviously, today is explosively filled with them. And my last thought about your song is simple. Sing, sing a song, sing out loud, sing out strong, sing of good things, not bad, sing of happy, not sad, sing a song, make it simple to last your whole life long. Don't worry that it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Just sing a song. Thank you.
All right, just a little bit of, all right, let's see if I can pop out of there. Good. All right, just a bit of Craig Johnson himself. I think that, you know, when we're trying to figure out people's works, like his Song of Gratitude, it's good to figure out, it's good to see them, good to hear them. All right, so I'm gonna see if I can find the Song of Gratitude up here. Oh, I gotta make sure I do it a specific way. All right, so I am going to go to assignments. And I am going to pull up two things. First thing I'm going to pull up is the Song of Gratitude direction and the song. So I'm going to pull the song up itself. And if you want to make that larger, you can, well, what I do with my mouse is I can drag my mouse. I can kind of open my fingers some, and as I do, the song gets larger for us, and I can make it a little bit larger. And the next thing that I'm going to need to find is, where's my assignments link? Okay, I'm gonna go back to my assignments. OneDrive. And there's assignment 4 as well. We need to talk about that real quick a little bit. And then we're going to go to the Song of Gratitude direction. So this is different than, this is a new thing that's been assigned. And this is kind of a chorus, so just hold tight. So this is how to submit your alto 1 part for Song of Gratitude. So I want everybody to work on that alto 1 part, no matter what part you have been singing, okay? So if you're a gentleman and you've been singing just singing an octave, okay? I think it's gonna work out a lot better if we all singing the same thing. And I'll be able to submit some things on the assignments page to help you. All right, so Song of Gratitude. So once you go to the link, you get this right here, and this kind of walks you through the whole process of how to submit your song. So you're going to see this blue portion here. This is where you're going to go to find your video that you're going to use to sing. All right. So I'm going to read through this, and I think what I'm going to do, instead of reading through it, I'm going to show you the video, let you hear the song here, and walk you through the whole process. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, email me, and I'll do my best to get you situated here. Now these are due by the 19th.
Wait, Mr. Jasper.
Yes.
Are you having everyone sing the same part?
Yes. Yeah, they're doing
Why
it.
is that?
They're doing it at another school, and this song, because of the time frame we have, and the so we want to put that right there, and everybody do the same part. So alto one, we'll double click that. Now, if you have, I don't want to make things like too difficult for somebody who's already been learning the other part. So Abigail, if you've already learned another part and you have it, I mean, it's down, then go with that other part. Okay, if you've learned the soprano part or something like that. But I'm talking about people who've been apprehensive about trying. I want to streamline it and put it together so that we're doing one thing. Okay. Okay. Because I think about another student as well who maybe a couple who may have been working on this and they feel comfortable doing another part. That's okay. All right. All right. So here we go. So this recording is going to take us through the entire process of doing this. Okay. So you're going to go once you find this link, it'll walk you through the whole thing. We're going to watch it together.
Thank you for participating in this Okaloosa County School District's virtual choir project, Song of Gratitude. You will be using this video to practice your vocal part, as well as to record your part when ready to submit your performance. If you are just practicing your part, feel free to skip ahead to the point indicated. If you are ready to record, please follow the following instructions. Before you begin your recording, please ensure the following. Make sure your face is well lit, nice and bright. If possible, make sure your background is clear of clutter, such as a blank wall. Please, no green screen background. Make sure you are wearing a dark shirt or outfit with no pictures, text, or logos on them. Position the camera so that we only see just above your head on the top of the video and just above your elbows at the bottom of the video. If you're using a phone or tablet to record your video, please turn it sideways so that the video is in landscape mode. Make sure the room is quiet with no noticeable outside noise, fan or air conditioning noise, pet noise, computer noise, etc. And remember to keep your page turning as quiet as possible. Also be sure that the room does not have any noticeable echo or reverb. You will need a recording device, such as a computer or smartphone, using its internal or an externally plugged microphone. Be sure to place the microphone as close to you as possible and set the record levels for the best sound without clipping. Headphones must be worn as you
stop right there. So did it say that you have to have a microphone? No, it did not. What it said was you can use whatever recording device you have, but if you have one, just make sure that you are taking care and so that you can get a good sound from it. Okay, moving on.
For recording your voice so that only your voice is recorded and not the accompaniment music. Ready to
stop right there. And so again, they said here to use headphones to listen to the song instead of having it play along with you. Okay. So you will, and he'll talk you through the whole process.
Do not plug in your headphones into your playback device just yet. You will need to start your recording device when directed on the video so that the device records the 3 beeps before the accompaniment music begins. After those 3 beeps, the video will instruct you to then plug in your headphones. Begin your performance after the countdown when the accompaniment music begins. Do not pause or stop the recording until the end of the music. If you must stop, you will have to repeat the last steps again when you're ready to record. Ready? Ensure your headphones are unplugged from your playback device. Start your recording. Once you've ensured that you're recording, start the playback of this video from this point.
So he's about 250. All right, so then the song is going to start. And that's where we are going to, once you hear that beep, 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 you plug your headphones in, put them in your ears, and you pull up your song of gratitude. Find mine. There we go. Pull up my song of gratitude. I have so many windows up. Let's see if I can close some of these windows. These favorites. So I can. There we go. So I have that one and that one. Those are the two you need. So I'm gonna go ahead and come back up here and play this. I'm gonna back up just a little bit for myself and play that. And there we go. So we're gonna start with this. So we're gonna all start with the soprano part. If you look on top, it says unison. That means we can all sing that together. Out of these voices from all of the ages, out of these songs, out of this singing, lifting our souls, lifting our being, heart to heart, everywhere deeper than dreaming. In the name of the Spirit of God, always and everywhere we bow down, we bow down, namaste. We're going to move here to the altar part. Within the soul, within the center, within the telling of falling and rising, within the root, within creation, harvest of waves, dancing, redeeming, hope to flow everywhere, healing our hunger. In the name of the Spirit of love, always and everywhere we bow down, we bow down, namaste. All right. Harmony flash, harmony treasure, harmony human forever returning, harmony path, harmony vision, blessing our way, and lasting endings, light to shine everywhere, shaping our wonder. In the name of the Spirit of love, always and everywhere we bow down, we bow down, Go back to the vocal part video just so we can get our direction.
Stop the recording.
So we will stop the recording there.
Now play back the recording to ensure that it includes the 3 beeps at the beginning and that the audio level is good, not too low or not too high. And of course, that your performance was satisfactory. If your recording satisfies all the requirements, rename your video file as specified in the instruction provided for this project. Then upload your video using the dedicated Dropbox link for your school as specified in the provided instructions. Once the upload is completed, please inform your vocal instructor that your video has successfully uploaded. Thank you for being a part of this Okaloosa County School District's virtual choir. Your vocal instructor will let everyone know when this virtual choir performance video is ready to go public.
All right, so there we go. And that's the process of recording your song there. And I hope that walking through
Mr.
that.
Jasper,
Yes.
my younger brother would like to know if he's allowed to participate too. He's in the 5th grade and he goes to Antioch.
Can he participate too? So he can learn the song, but I can only accept you as being a part of the choir. Man, because you're in the middle school and high school. But man, I welcome you to learn the song though. Absolutely, guys can learn together.
James needs to get on, so you're gonna have to get off that.
All right. Great question. Great question. Let's see. So in the end of the video, the gentleman was talking about how to submit the video. And so when this is going to be on your assignments link on the Songs of Gratitude. And so he talked about these other parts. So I'm going to jump down here. Quick pictures of what you can use to record. You can use anything like this. They say no earbuds or non-wired earpieces can be used. So don't use your earbuds, please. And they say I guess they don't want the headphones with the microphone on it. Okay, and make sure your hair is groomed in a performance acceptable fashion. And your screen should show from your head to your elbows, if at all possible. And you want to record in landscape mode, just to review those things. Your music should not be seen in the video. Make sure you have your music should be placed on something stable. Okay, no green screens. So this gentleman has a solid black shirt on, and Mr. Jasper does, I do too. So you want to have a solid black shirt with no writing on it. Right there, say yes and no. The recording room must be quiet. So I'm going to jump down to the bottom here. I talked about the 3 beeps, and then putting your headphones in after the 3 beeps. All right. So you have finished recording. What now? When you have completed your video recording, review the sound and image to ensure it is the best possible. I'm jumping to number 2. If you're satisfied your recording, it is almost time to upload, but you must identify your recording and submit it using the link you will find below in number 5, down there a little lower. So it can be evaluated by your director, me. Use the following format name to identify your video so your director can evaluate your performance. Okay, you're going to use SOG, OSCD, VC, vocal part name. So you're going to use that right there. And then your name. So your first name, he used Luciano Pavarotti. So I would use Calvin, I would use Jasper, and then I would say SRMS, okay? And then you would use the following codes to identify our part. So if you have been working on this and you feel like you know another one of the parts very good, okay. We're going to focus on the alto 1 part as okay. So use the school identification code, NHS's Nice Fields code. All right, so you have a Google account that's accessed by using your password. All right, so here's where you upload. So you're gonna go here to student video upload submission form. I'm gonna click on that. That'll take you to here where you can
Get out of there.
Where you can submit, put your email address, first and last name, our school, your voice part, and you have to upload your video file right here at the bottom, okay? So that's how that part works out. Let's see. And I think that's how you do that, okay? And so this form is on your assignments page, and you go right here to these videos to find the video that you're going to be singing along with in those headphones when you are going to be doing that. And also the song itself is the Song of Gratitude is is up there on the assignments page as well, so you can learn and follow along with your part. Okay, see if I can get back to my slideshow. Anything else that I missed here? We talked about that. We talked about that. All right, the last thing I want to talk about is our homework assignment. So I did it in a different format this time around. I put it in Google Forms, and hopefully it will work out well for us. And so to find that, I'm going to go to assignments again. And go to assignment number 4. And it's going to be this little link here. Going to control, you're going to open a link. So all right, so when you complete this, I would ask that you just email me and let me know that you completed it. And if you're using an email address that's outside of outside of the one Okaloosa ID, that just make sure that I know what that email address is. All right, so we're gonna and so you might get a bit hairy to find it, but we'll figure it out together. Okay. All right, so that's everything. So this is what the quiz looks like. It's supposed to have some pictures there. Hopefully they come up soon. If they don't, you should be still completed without the pictures. All right, so it's my question. You go press submit there at the bottom of the okay. So that's everything for me. Do you have any questions? All right. Well, thank you so much. Hope you enjoy music, and make sure that you are just having a great week and staying safe. Okay. All right. Bye-bye now.